Your money on ESPN.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was a great interview. So, I'm super happy. Like, it just doesn't happen like this, you know. And I'm talking specifically about these young men, these fine young men. You know, you can chronicle each guy, the guys that like made some extraordinary commitment to stay, the guys that made extraordinary commitments to come back, the guys that suffered through a lot of people, even themselves, not necessarily thinking that it could ever feel right or be what they thought it was going to be at some point. And they just kind of dug in and kept battling for 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. And then they kind of set the table with a summer that was really demanding and difficult, and 5 weeks of two-a-days, and every single morning waking up and trying to fight their own personal agenda so that they could sacrifice for this team. And then a lot of times you do all that stuff and you don't get that senior night. But these guys did tonight. It's extraordinary. I'm so happy for them. And it's actually really humbling, because it just doesn't work like this a lot, but it worked like this for this crew, man. And I hope that all 18,000 of us in there and everybody watched on TV got to see something like that, because it's one of those really special moments in sports. I'm not going to be our last, but man, it's really special. I'm happy with these guys.
Could it be any sweeter being your 100th victory?
I mean, that's like a fun thing on the list, 1,000 miles down, right? I mean, I just think about these young men, right? I mean, I'm grateful for you guys for chronicling their stories throughout the season so people can know them. But you know, we get to sit in the office when things are going bad, when the room is full of doubt, when guys are really conflicted and torn up and wondering if they've made the right decision, and when it's dark, when it's hard, right? And then these guys fought through that every day, and then they're on a trajectory. They've already accomplished so much that'll mean something to them for the rest of their lives, and I think we still have a ton left in the tank. And so I think that's what this is about, right? This is about these extraordinary young men and them coming together for each other, and the fact that me and all of you and everybody in there just gets to witness it. It's pretty awesome.
What was the scene like in the locker room?
It was very quiet and reserved, and it was the same as it was on the court after the game. You know, it's just happy.
What does this reveal, Mark, about your program?
I don't know. You know, program's probably too big for me to talk about. Like, you know, we kind of live in every moment, and so my whole life right now is in these guys right now. So I don't know about program trajectory. I just know that, you know, you could be in this business for 50 years and not get that night, with all the lead up that was into it, with the whole year's lead up and the 4 years lead up. You could do that and never get this night. And these guys got it. And so I don't know about any broader picture things, but that just makes me happy. I mean, the only thing it means for our program is we got to get up tomorrow and we got to work our rear ends up. I mean, that's the nature of the program, but this is a special moment. I hope they breathe in a little bit tonight.
Coach, before the season, you had the rock practice storming the court. You were able to do that for real tonight. Talk about kind of the emotion behind the game and what it was like to end the home schedule on a night like tonight.
Well, it's a storybook, right? I mean, there's a lot of storybook stuff so far this season. Like, it's, you know, I mean, I shouldn't tell you this, guys, but sometimes you try and speak things into existence, and most of the time it doesn't work, and every once in a while it does, and those moments are great. And this rock is amazing. Come on. I mean, is it happening anywhere else in America? Did that happen anywhere else in America this weekend, where kids slept out for 2 nights in 30-degree weather, you know, to come to a game? Like, it's pretty extraordinary. So I don't have any idea if I answered your question. I'm sorry.
Coach, you have 5 players with more than 3 fouls during the game, and you kept rotating. Was that your plan in order to, keep number 3?
Well, I was concerned about a bunch of stuff. Clearly, I was concerned about fouls, and going into the game, I was really concerned about fatigue, just the emotional fatigue of the deal. And TJ and Jake, they just didn't care, right? I mean, how beautiful! Like, what a beautiful storyline for Jake. He's bleeding 30 seconds into the game, and the whole rest of the game, he just had this big gash on his cheek, just like, I'm the toughest dude in the world, right? So fun. And but our bigs did a great job. I'll tell you, I mean, there's so many guys. This Kobe Lee was so extraordinary on defense in the first half. Like, extraordinary. Like, I'm giving him an A++ for his effort as a first year really in the rotation player, going against probably the best front line in America. And he was unbelievable. His feet were so active. And Gavin Baxter, I mean, you guys don't want to hear me tell all the stories, but Gavin Baxter, I fought with him for 4 months and 2 weeks trying to talk him out of coming back. And he's like, no, I am coming back to help this team. And if Gavin Baxter doesn't come back, we don't get that night. We don't get this night. We just can't do it. We just didn't have the bodies. And think about that. Like, he came back. There was no guarantee he was going to get tonight, or this team was going to get tonight, but he came back just with faith and just wanting so much to help his team, and then we get to have tonight, right? So Zach Sellius was unbelievable. I mean, come on, how great was Zach Sellius tonight? And this, I mean, I was the worst NBA player ever in the history of the NBA, so I probably don't have a lot of street cred talking about this, but how is Yoli Childs not going to be a pro? Are you kidding me? That's the best front line in America right now. And this kid just put on a show. 28, 10, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, a block, 12 for 19 from the field in an unbelievable environment. So we could talk about every single guy on the roster.
When you mentioned Zach, you remember him early on, years and years ago. He came out of high school as a 3-point marksman.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of just ridiculous transformation is that to then now go up against Killian Tilly and do what he did tonight, especially on the defensive end?
I can picture him. It's always in the second half, so it's always away from me on the defensive end. So I'm always looking down the court, and Zach is in there like fighting for rebounds and loose balls and just making plays, and it's just a winner, and he's being rewarded for it, right? I think that's one of the interesting things about trying to coach today is how do you help young players see Zach Sellius and see that that's winning basketball? That's a real challenge, and I'm grateful for all the young guys on this team that they get to watch him and they get to watch Dalton Nixon, because that's winning basketball. You want a gym like that on your senior night? Play like those guys do, because this Zach Sellius doesn't hold anything back. Like, he doesn't. He's given his whole heart and soul and sacrificed so much for this team. He came in as a 3-point marksman, and it's just not his role on this team. I mean, he's still banging shots for us, but he's just decided, I'll do whatever it takes. And I love him, man, so much.
What went into the process of Dalton Nixon getting in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Dalton, I'm torn. Like, I don't want to be, Coach Few is the best coach in this business. Gonzaga is probably the best program in America right now, and I have so much respect. So you always get nervous about, like, messing with things at the end of the game, but Dalton has just been the heart and soul for us, and I don't know. I want him to be able to walk on the floor and have people be able to show their appreciation for just a second. Dalton was not happy because he's worked really hard on his offensive efficiency, his points per possession, and I made him take the turnover. So he was not happy with me about that, but he was happy about getting on the floor. And we got to get him back, man. We got to get him back. So hopefully it'll be soon.
One thing that stood out about your team's effort tonight is Gonzaga committed 14 turnovers. You guys were able to score 18 points on the turnovers. What does that say about just kind of the toughness that you showed on defense for 40 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, our guys were fighting. One of the things that we're 12 minutes into the game, and Yoli Childs is breathing incredibly heavy and in a deep sweat, and he was playing so hard. And our guys were unanimously up and down. And if you want to have a chance to play with the best team in America, which I think the Zags are, if you want to have a chance to play with them, then you better play. You better be dialed in on every single possession. The guys really tried, man. They really, really tried tonight.
What's been the biggest difference between the first half of WCC play and now this second half?
I don't know, that's a hard question.
You said lots of mixed results, and then you had that big speech talking about February being the month to really
Yeah.
lay it out on the line.
And it is, you know, I mean, it is, like, it's so hard. I mean, it won 39, is that right? 39 road games in league, is that the right number? I think they'd won 39 straight, somebody should check that.
38 or 39, yeah.
38?
38 or
So,
39, yeah.
I mean, they're unbelievable. Like, I don't know how they do it, right? He lost everybody who's from the team, and their coach is so good to come back and do this. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's so hard in this league. It's just so hard. And, you know, we just played at San Diego, and we had Santa Clara at home, and both those games were hard. And so you ask about the second half of the league. I mean, I think, you know, we talk all the time, one of the great things about having a veteran team is that our guys understand it's hard every single night. And so that's probably been the best thing in the second half of the league is our guys have been emotionally fatigued and physically fatigued and banged up and changing lineups. The guys getting hurt and they've still dialed in enough to get the job done. So far, I mean, we had a, we had a really sobering setback at San Francisco, which is a really good team and a hard gym to play at, and the guys have responded really well since then.
They got it down to 2 points, Mark. I mean, it was 70-68 after you had that big lead, they had the momentum. What was the difference? What changed that you were able to secure it?
Well, I mean, one of the things that I'm so proud about this team with, and we've talked, I know I'm boring you guys with the same stuff over, but it's a learning process, is that, you know, when we can make that transition from frustration to fight really fast, right? And so sometimes frustration, like there was a lot of frustration on the floor. I lost my mind about one thing in particular that I'm not gonna talk about. And there was so much frustration and things weren't going right for us in a little bit of a stretch. And our guys are in the process of learning to be more consistent about taking that straight to fight, right? Because the longer you mess around in frustration, you know, that's when things get out of hand. And we've lived in frustration at times in the season, and we talk about it all the time, and I thought they were extraordinary right now. You know, come on. I mean, is there a bigger advantage in the world than that gym tonight, right? So they fed us, like our student section and this arena fed us energy the whole night long. So, it's a hard place to visit and play, especially when it's like that, like it was tonight. So, you know, that helped us turn frustration to fight really fast also.
How do you feel this win sets you guys up to trying to reach the goals that you guys have set this season that at times you said have been kind of scary at times?
Yeah, I mean, you know, so I'm gonna be negative Nancy, but you know, losses you really stress out about because you have to find a way to get your guys back, and wins you stress about because you got to get your guys back, right? And this night, I mean, can you get more emotional than this night? Like if I was a better coach, like right after the game, I was told my guys to just relax, right? And then, you know, because I'm not a great coach, I'm out there yelling like a friggin', you know, clown, right? But, you know, it's hard not to, you know, you don't want to miss that moment either. But we have to recapture our guys and recapture their focus and help them remember that if we're going to play, you know, St. Catherine the Blind on next Friday, it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard, and that's what these guys have been so good about adopting all season, and hopefully we can continue to do it.
Hey Mark, just because I asked your guys this at the end there, what is one word that you would use?
I mean,
To describe
you know why that makes me so happy? Because it means we have room to grow, right? I mean, you might think that we got it all covered, but then I got one guy saying fight and two guys saying toughness. Let me think of the word, because there's a word floating around in my head. I don't, like, you guys know, so I don't want to sound overly dramatic, but this deal tonight, like, not just tonight, but everything that's led these guys to get here tonight is it's just everything that's good about sport. And you don't get it, you're always chasing it, and it's elusive, and then once in a while you get it, and it's really special. So you could choose one word out of that rambling sentence. That's how I feel. Hey, you guys have been awesome. Thank you guys for being with us the whole way. I wish we had some more home games.